Hello, and thank you for joining me today as I share 5 homeschooling tips. I am Jewel Douglas Worthy, and during my career in education, I was a middle school math teacher and an elementary guidance counselor in Virginia. Both of the campuses where I worked had a number of children from military families at a time when families were experiencing the deployment of not only dads, but moms as well that were enlisted in the military. In Houston, Texas, I was a teacher development specialist at a middle school with a lot of youth from New Orleans. Their families had been relocated from New Orleans because of Hurricane Katrina. My experience as an educator during challenging times and as a member of the School of Education at VCU, I was inspired to share 5 homeschooling tips with you as we all deal with the coronavirus. Keeping the children that are at home now academically and emotionally strong is critical because our schools will open back up. And the tips and suggestions that I am sharing can help your children to be ready to go back to school and get right back into the daily routine of being on a campus and going to school every day. Now, I'll share my first tip with you. Establishing a daily routine during the week to promote the value of education and schoolwork. So, from 8 to 9, have your children clean up, get dressed, and have breakfast because that will help them to be into a daily routine. If they were going to school, they would be walking to the bus stop, they would be walking to campus or getting in the car and you would drive them to school. So make sure that they are continuing in the same routine that would occur if the campuses were open. From 9 to 10, for example, you could have reading and language arts. If you visit your school's website or the district, there are lessons and activities that are available that your child's teachers have prepared. From 10 to 11, you could allow them to participate in enrichment or related arts activity for hands-on experiences. For example, on Monday, they could participate in arts and crafts. I'm sure you have some beads, buttons, yarn that's sitting in the closet that could be used to make jewelry. Or if you have some clay, model clay in the drawer, the children could make animals. And then you could even have them go to a virtual site and take a tour at maybe the Washington National Zoo. So getting their hands involved with different arts and crafts is a good way to use time wisely. On Tuesday could be your music band day. Maybe put on one of your child's favorite videos and listen and sing the songs or play some music from your phone. They can sing and recite the words. You could also pull out pots and pans and spoons from the kitchen. They could make some music, and you could even record them presenting a dance routine. This will be fun and entertaining. On Wednesday, time could be set aside for computer skills. They can review the keyboard and they can also go on different sites to reinforce educational skills. Also, if you visit the Virginia Department of Ed, there are a number of standards of learning or SOL resources that are available that can be utilized on the computer. On Thursday, let's take some time for PE. We are all staying in our homes right now, but we must stay physically active and stay fit. Toss the football, throw the baseball, kick that soccer ball, ride those bikes, and even jump rope. Just find ways to stay physically active and stay fit. On Friday, time could be spent completing home economics. Yes, home economics activities. Parents, you can share some of your favorite recipes with your children. You can look at the measuring cups and prepare meals together. You can also sew masks that can be worn. Remember, when we're going to the grocery stores or out, we should definitely have our mask on. So those are things that you could do together. From 11 to 12, time could be set aside for math and science. Again, visit your child's school's website. There may be virtual lessons available by the teachers. And also, if you visit the NASA STEM activity site, there are wonderful interactive activities that deal with science, technology, engineering, and mathematics for children of all ages. So that's the NASA STEM activities site. That is some wonderful resources that are also available that can support math and science lessons. Now, from 12 to 1, we have to make sure our young people are having healthy lunches, but also provide time for recess. Let them get on the deck, on the porch, in the backyard to have some fun and to take some time to just have some recess experiences. From 1 to 2, social studies and creative writing can be completed. Activities can be completed. Check your email. Teachers may be emailing activities, and on a regular basis, visit your school's website to stay aware of current assignments. Taking time for creative writing is important because our 5th, 8th, and 11th graders next year will be having the writing SOL. So spending time with creative writing activities can help them to stay fluent with their writing. During the last hour of the homeschooling schedule, from 2 to 3, time could be set aside to complete homework or any activities that are needed to be done. Also, ask questions about what was taught that day. Even allow your child to teach or review or ask you a question about what was covered. Also, incorporate some educational games. Pull out those Scrabble boards. Lots of letters, words can be created. Also, you can use different types of flashcards as educational games to review and have fun. And if you visit the Virginia Museum of History and Culture, there's a great site where there are games that children played in the past and even digital puzzles. So that's another site and resource that's available where your child can participate in educational games and have fun. For the next tip that I would like to share, it involves the entire family. What can be done is taking time to participate in journaling to explore and share feelings. A family can participate in journaling to explore and share their feelings. That is important because this is a very challenging time, one that hasn't been experienced by us. So just like we have thoughts about what's going on, your children will have questions as well. So journaling is a time where they can reflect on their feelings, and you can do that as a family. Journaling can be academically and emotionally helpful. So that's another tip and suggestion. For the next tip that I would like to share, it'll appeal to the artists in your family, but everyone. Drawing, coloring, or painting is another way to have fun, to relax, but also it's an opportunity to express emotion. Colored pencils, markers, and crayons can put a smile on every child's face. Your child can draw maybe their favorite athlete or their sporting event. They can color a place that they visited, that they really had a great time, or they can paint one of their favorite characters like mermaids. This is another way to reduce stress, express emotions that may be on the inside of your child because schools are closed, they aren't participating in their sports events. Maybe they were invited to a friend's birthday party, but they can't attend now. So helping your child to express themselves in a creative way is very important. It's fun, it's relaxing, but they can also think outside of the box. What I would like to share with you next is something else that is good for the entire family. That is taking time to walk and talk for exercise, but remember to stay 6 feet apart from your neighbors. This is another opportunity to check on the emotional health of your child as you're walking together. Be sure to practice social distance and stay 6 feet apart if you come in encounter with others that may be walking from your neighborhood. Walking outside can also allow you to incorporate the various science topics from the lessons that was taught. Maybe you can talk about the weather, the life cycle of a plant, or even the animals that live in the sea or the ocean. You could give your child a bag to collect items like leaves, twigs, seashells, rocks, and you could use them during the arts and crafts time. You can make a wonderful creation that can be displayed that your child will be very, very proud of. Staying fit as you're walking and then checking in on the emotional health of your child is great while we're all home staying safe. Now, the very last tip that I would like to share with you is for an educational spin, recite the ABCs or the times tables when a child is washing their hands. We know that there's a sense of urgency to make sure that we are washing our hands throughout the day to stay safe. Well, how about having your child recite the ABCs? There are 26 letters in the alphabet, so while they are saying their letters and washing their hands, you know that at least 20 or more seconds will pass. This is also an opportunity, if you have an older child, for them to review their multiplication facts. Maybe start with the twos. So 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. So they can do that as they're washing their hands. They are getting those hands clean, which is very important, but they're also reviewing academic material. You could even incorporate some incentives. Maybe at the end of the week, your child could earn a sports pencil, or if they like animals, a little zebra pencil, or to show what a smarty they are, or maybe something, just a little sweet treat. At the end of the week, if they are able to recite all the letters in the alphabet, or if they're able to count up to 20 or 30, or count by tens once they've mastered that, or if they've learned all the twos table and then you're ready to move on to the threes, they can earn incentives to continue to motivate them and keep them excited about what you're having them to do. And you know what? The teacher in the fall will appreciate this as well, as you're taking the time to review these various skills. Now, I'm just about to wrap up, but what I would like to do before I close is to review one more time the 5 homeschooling tips that I've shared today. First, remember to take time to establish a school day routine during the week. This will help your child to be able to transition back when schools open, because they're focusing on the 5 subject areas: the reading, the language arts, the different enrichment activities, their math, their science, their social studies, and their writing. They're staying current with the activities and lessons, and they're also doing some type of educational games and activities. This is important. Also, taking time as a family to journal, to make sure you're sharing your feelings, and to talk about the different things that are going on, not only in our state, in our country, in the world. So journaling is a good way to just share the feelings that everyone's having right now. Also, arts and crafts, great way to relax and to have fun, but it's also another way to express emotions. And then taking time to get outside, to walk and talk, to stay fit, to stay healthy, and to also check in on the emotional health of your child. And then last but not least, making sure that we're washing our hands throughout the day, but put an educational spin on it and have your child review their ABCs, review their facts, and then they're reinforcing academic material, but they're also doing something to keep themselves safe by washing those hands. What I would like to do before I conclude is to thank you so much, parents, for taking time to collaborate with your schools and your teachers to maintain a school day routine, to explore the feelings that your children are having as we deal with the coronavirus. By doing these things and the work that you're doing will help your child to be academically and emotionally strong when our schools reopen. I appreciate you allowing me to share tips from my experience as an educator, working in schools, whether it's teaching, working as a counselor, or supporting teachers in the work they're doing with students. I thank you for allowing me to share. Please stay safe, take care, and enjoy this quality time with your family. Thank you.